What used to be imagined as a battlefield of the future has already arrived today.
Drones and AI systems are rewriting the rules of modern warfare.
Today, when you look at warfare or you look at defense, artificial intelligence is almost embedded in everything that happens.
This kind of AI-assisted technology would change the battlefield profoundly and tremendously.
AI is indeed reshaping modern warfare, turning the battlefield into a laboratory at the cost of human lives.
On the Russia-Ukraine frontline, AI weapons are sent out like food deliverers. Algorithms order, machines deliver, and the strike lands exactly where it's meant to.
In the Ukraine conflict zone, the American company Primer AI is helping Ukraine fight Russian forces with its latest AI tools. Its reconnaissance AI can monitor battlefield communications, automatically detect languages, and summarize key information.
Clearview AI is an American facial recognition company. It has grabbed more than 2 billion photos of Russians from social media, and the Ukrainian government now has full access to its database. What followed were waves of highly targeted killings.
Palantir is a long-time contractor for the CIA. Data from satellites, drones, radars, and frontline sensors can be integrated and automatically turned into a real-time model of Russian troop deployments.
What we're seeing is that one attack by Russia, they could send over 700 drones. And these drones could be remotely controlled. Eventually, it will have more and more elements of AI. Nowadays, in modern warfare, you do not fight with just a few pieces of weapons. You fight with a system, which is AI-assisted.
We're bringing things to the battlefield that really help with analyzing intelligence faster and making decisions faster on the battlefield.
When AI enters war, the battlefield stops being a place, and it becomes a system. Decisions are accelerated, targeting is automated, and human lives become variables in an algorithm.
While usually you had research and you do development and then you scale into market something, now you research and even you bring it always to market, so you have this loop. And this is also happening with killing AI, which was used, that they test those machines, right? They test it there to prove their models in real combat situation.
As the world cheers the technological leap AI is bringing to modern warfare, new risks and dilemmas that are quietly closing in. The boundaries of war and humanity are being rewritten. Will AI be allowed to take human lives without human approval? In 2024, the Israeli military was exposed for using a self-developed AI program called Lavender, sparking widespread international controversy.
An AI system called Lavender.
Lavender.
Drone footage, social media posts, ground-level intelligence, mobile phone geolocation data. All of it was fed into the Lavender system. The Israeli military used the program to run similarity matches across the entire Palestinian population. And the result, a killing list containing 37,000 names popped up.
Israel even authorized what it called collateral kill quotas. Bombing a low-level Hamas operative could come with permission to kill 15 to 20 nearby civilians. For higher-level targets, IDF allowed for the collateral killing of hundreds of civilians. Before every strike, the time given for human confirmation was less than 20 seconds.
If humans are pressing a red button over and over, approving every target the AI picks, then who is really doing the killing? The AI or the humans?
When you start to say, okay, tell us whether that particular organization is going to engage in terrorist activity, or tell us whether this organization over here is more likely or less likely to be a narcotics syndicate, or tell us whether this foreign adversary overseas is going to deploy or not going to deploy a particular weapon system in a particular theater of battle. There's a whole lot of judgments in there and assumptions in there And when you plan, you take those assumptions and judgments and you put them into the AI model, you can wind up with some really weird stuff.
On things like the lethal autonomous weapons, so the laws, it's called the laws negotiations on drones, and ensuring that, again, any targeting always has a human making the final decision. We don't end up with killer robots that go out and kill indiscriminately.
By July 2018, more than 100 countries had called for a legal binding treaty to ban or regulate lethal autonomous weapons systems. But the negotiations stalled because powerful states such as the US, the UK, and Israel refused to support the effort, leaving the talks at a deadlock.
The United States is even pushing to bypass the UN and other multilateral platforms, advancing military applications of AI through exclusive closed-loop technology alliances.
Australia, the United Kingdom, and the United States will share in a range of emerging military technology, including advanced artificial intelligence to counter aggression from China.
In August 2024, during a joint exercise hosted by Washington, the AUKUS alliances tested AI-enabled drone operations and other autonomous combat systems.
We have UK, US and Australian assets flying together.
This cooperation spans uncrewed systems, cyber electronic warfare, quantum technologies, and hypersonic weapons. As a handful of power states accelerate the deployment of AI-enabled military systems. Many experts brought up one comparison: nuclear weapons.
The militarization of AI may well be the Oppenheimer moment of our time.
How to look for lessons in history that might help us think about this situation. And one inevitable one was what happened with nuclear weapons between the Americans and the Soviets. Many people don't know that each of the countries had developed enough weapons to destroy the land several times before there was ever a conversation about whether they should.
The United States dropped the 2 bombs on Japan, and we saw the devastating nuke. So then people began to think about how to regulate the use of nuclear weapons. AI weapons, I think will face the same problem.
Will AI serve as a deterrent or accelerating the war?
Right now, we do not fully understand how AI would be used in modern warfare. Eventually, it will have more and more elements of AI. But the good thing is, between China and the United States, President Xi and President Joe Biden have agreed in Lima, Peru, to have human oversight over nuclear command and control system. And that, of course, is most important, right? If nuclear weapons are controlled by AI, yeah, how can you imagine that?
There's been a lot of talk in the past about having a treaty on AI, perhaps akin to the IAEA treaty on nuclear energy. You limit the spread of nuclear weapons beyond those who already possess them, but in return for non-proliferation, you support the expansion of civilian nuclear power. So I can see that there is a certain parallel that you could have guardrails around advanced models.
Do you think there's any chance to cooperate?
What do people really want? They want, to live in peace. They want to take care of their families. They want to educate their families. And they want to have a future for themselves and their children. That's the same. It doesn't matter which part of the world you go towards. Now, obviously, we might have different systems, political systems, cultural systems to get to that endpoint. I think you can pull off bringing US and China together on the issue of AI. I have a feeling that might be a less tractable and difficult issue than trying to get the Russian-Ukraine issue solved. So absolutely, it's very, very possible.
AI is transforming the battlefield at unprecedented speed, deciding life and death in an instant.
So do the major players with the most advanced AI technologies now hold the power to decide the survival or destruction of other countries?
That's a much bigger question than the technology itself.